Just in time for the holiday season, we get 3 brand new Fortnite action figures that are holiday/winter themed. Bundles on the left, Festive Doggo in the middle, and Sergeant Winter on the right. I'll flip this box around so you can see what's on the back. Here you got the big picture of Sergeant Winter, but the cross sale down here is kind of interesting. You only see these 3 figures. There is no one else. It does say more dropping soon. Does that mean more holiday figures are dropping soon, or is that just what they put on all figures? Each of these come with a wrap. In the top left corner, we have taffy wrap. Doggo comes with a manic mosaic wrap, and Sergeant Winter comes with the tagged wrap. Let's flip these sideways here so you can see these are Series 1, and I kind of got them backwards. Sergeant Winter is figure 301, Doggo is 302, and Bundles is 303. I think it's time to, after we knock these figures over, I think it's time to get them out of the box. Here we have the 3 of them off their card, and as you can see, we got at least one massive pickaxe over here. We're going to look at Doggo first, so scoot these 2 off to the side. Now, take a look at this thing. This is the holiday ham, and this thing is massive and heavy. If you don't balance him right, if you want to display him on the shelf, that's what he's going to do. This thing is so huge and heavy that, yeah, it's kind of difficult to make this figure stand. Also, the base is really thick, and to get those in his hands, he barely can fit his hands around, and this figure has been designed in such a way that it's difficult to get his hands really close and in the right position. I'm trying to do a live accessory gear up thing. Just gets real difficult to give him enough balance to hold onto this thing because his arms, as you can see, don't go 90 degrees. So let's take a look at his articulation here. So there we go. That's what his arm can do right there. Not 90 degrees. So if these arms could go 90 degrees, he could hold his holiday ham a whole lot better. His head really doesn't rotate because the head is inside this all-in-one piece hoodie. Might have been kind of nice to have the hoodie cut right here so you could actually move the head around. But unless you want to pull this hoodie back like so, then his head moves a little bit. But inside of this hoodie, nah, there's not much moving. He can rotate at the waist and he can bend side to side like that. Apparently I'm blocking all the light. Arms can rotate around. He can bring his arms up that high. And I already showed you the elbow, wrist, and rotation and hinge. He can do the splits really well. He can sit really well. He has a newer articulation down here for the thigh cut to where it's like the upper legs work around a ball joint. So he can go like this, just a little bit, double pin knee, about that far. Hinge and rotation. Or is it hinge and pivot? I always forget that part down here at the ankle. I like the colors. I think they're pretty cool. You're going to want to keep accessories away from this hoodie. This hoodie is a soft rubber piece, so make sure you pack accessories of any kind separately so this piece does not get paint bleed on it. So overall, this is a pretty cool figure. It's a lot like the original Doggo, surprisingly. I mean, it's, I think, the same mold. I think the legs are brand new. I think these upper legs are brand new. I don't remember that the emote Doggo had this new upper leg styling. So let's move on to Bundles. Here we go. So here's Bundles, and I really like her. I think this figure is really awesome. I think this is a better, more updated Cuddle Team Leader style because she's got these new upper legs as well at the thigh rotation, and she seems a little bit taller. I guess we're bringing Doggo back in. She seems just about as tall as he does, maybe just a tad shorter. But let's take the harvesting tool. This is the Snuggle Swiper, and you know, okay, so it's got this handle here. Her hands are small enough that the fingers won't fit very well around the base. If you want her to hold it, you're going to have to go on the silver portion right there. But otherwise, she's got a lot of good articulation. This is her elbow right there. I would say that's about 90 degrees or close enough. Her head rotates around. If you want her to look down, she can look down. If you want her to look up, without the assistance of the torso, she can, well, look up a little bit. So she's got this nice, hey, the leg just popped off. That'll happen. If you want her to sit, she can sit about that well. If you want her to do the splits, not so well. And double pin knee. So she can bring her leg back about that far. Rotation or pivot and a hinge at the ankle. And she's got this really cool scarf that's wrapped around her neck and stretches down, so she's got some soft rubber here as well. I'm not sure if you could pop the head off. You might need to heat it up if you want to pop the head off to take this off. There's a chance that this neck might look a little funny. I'm wondering if it's kind of designed to be a larger gap around here, so it might look funny if you take that scarf off. I like the colors. She looks like a winter bear, does she not? I think she looks really pretty nice. I like the colors. I just overall, I like this figure a lot. So let's move on to our final figure, who is apparently munching on the holiday ham over here, and that is Sergeant Winter. This is Fortnite's version of Santa Claus right here, and he stands pretty well once you get him balanced. Maybe. I had him standing, there we go. And so, yeah, he looks pretty good. He has the snow globe pickaxe over here. I was going to say harvesting tool, but I'm trying to get myself to say pickaxes. What's really kind of fun about this is the pickaxe that's part of the Crackshot set. So after all these years, we finally have Crackshot's pickaxe in action figure or in toy form. So you could just say, no, Sergeant Winter, you may not keep this pickaxe. This will go over here to Crackshot. Anyway, he's got the standard articulation. The new upper thighs rotates really well. Double pin at the knee. Unfortunately, he can only go up that high. A pivot and a hinge at the ankle. And he's actually pretty impressive how far back he goes. And then how far forward he goes. He's almost like he's like a ninja Snake Eyes Santa Claus or something. I don't know. He's got really good. This figure was actually loose off the card. I didn't have to really heat him up. This right arm was the only thing that was stiff. It's still a little stiff. That is his angle. It's about 90 degrees. I like the tattoos. There's these green tattoos. It's interesting. I'll have to check in game. That only goes up about half the way the arm, but on this side it's the entire arm. His head rotates back and forth, but because of this beard, he can't really look down. And he looks up a little bit, like so. And yeah, so that's pretty nice. You can bring his arms up. Oh, I do want to point, and he pops off actually pretty easy. He's done that several times. He can bring his arms up that high. Now, an interesting point of articulation for this figure. Let's see how close we can get it. Let's get some light here so you can see better. Is if you'll notice right there, he's got some of the new Fortnite butterfly joints. So he can move his arms kind of back and forth there just a little bit. How do I get my fingers out of the way? So you can see that there's a little bit of motion there. It's very tight, and I appreciate the fact Jazwares is trying to do something new with articulation. This side's actually a whole lot better. But yeah, he does have some butterfly joints in there. I'm not sure if this side is just a little bit tighter. Actually, I'm getting it to move a little bit more. If I really hold on to it. So it may just be this side is kind of tight. So anyway, like I said, I can't appreciate what Jazwares is trying to do here with their articulation. So that's kind of cool that they're trying to improve on some of these figures. It's so totally random, but it's still kind of cool. Let's get this dude to stand. So these are the 3 holiday figures. I would have to say that if I'm choosing my first and second and third favorite, Bundles is going to be first. Sergeant Winter will be my second. And Festive Doggo, come on y'all, stand up there. Festive Doggo would have to be in third place. Why can't I get you to stand? You were just standing there a moment ago. But yeah, so look for these at Walmart. I got them. I think they were about $11. Don't look in the action figure section though. Check in during the holiday season. Walmart has those red shipper bins that are just like in the aisles. So take a look in there. That's where I found these. They were just in a bin. So there's a bunch of them. So yeah, don't look on the action figure aisle where you probably would imagine looking for these. I'll pop up a picture so you can see. But yeah, happy hunting. I hope you can find them. And it's exciting to finally start getting more of these Fortnite action figures out in the wild so we can get them into our collections. It's a lot of fun when you go to the store and find these things. It's so much more fun to open these things and look at them with your other figures. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I will see you in the next video.